That looks a little bit more professional.
Profession these nuts. Okay.
It's okay, that's how the game is played. You thought you could be fired, but didn't know how to get paid.
The I Hate Podcast Show, going down with your boy Heff. I have a special guest today because I talked to independent artists. I had talked to comedians, and I'm going all the way down the spectrum on this limited series. And I haven't even gotten to DJs yet, but I wanted to go to content creators on this one because I wanted to do a deep dive into content creators. The reason why I want to go do a deep dive in it is because everybody can just say they're a content creator. As soon as you get on Instagram, you can say, I'm a content creator because I put videos up and all of a sudden you just this content creator with no paycheck. But you're doing something. But now I actually have a content creator on that has been very vocal since I've even met her. So she's been doing this before I met her. Met her last July, I believe. And she goes by Miss T with the T.
Hey.
And the thing that I want us to talk about on this show or this episode is that, it's the good and the bad with this. It's not just being on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, just posting random videos and stuff like that, thinking that 100,000 people are going to watch you at one time when 100,000 people are doing the same exact thing you're doing, right? So Miss T, I call her TT, so if you hear during the interview and I'm like TT, I'm not going to say that whole goddamn name, okay? So I'm not going to, I can't do it, but the name is right there. It is right behind us. So if you say, who's it? It is Miss T with the T, but I call her TT. So we're going to start with how, I kind of want to do this a little differently. So instead of me asking you like your origin story, I just want to really know why content creation and why did you want to go that route versus going the 9-to-5 route or going any other business route, cryptocurrency, like all that, but you decided this. What made you go into this lane?
Okay, well, I started off, I used to be real heavy into watching YouTube. Mm-hmm. And I was doing a lot of couponing when I first started. So a lot of my friends and family was all like, how'd you get that? How'd you get those shoes for like $20 and stuff like that? I was like, I can make some videos doing this. And on top of that, I can, make a little extra coins. So, yeah, about 5 years ago now.
So 5 years you've been on this journey. And then before we go into the other part of your journey, I want to know, so you figured as time was going on and then you started making your videos and content, what made you go into a specific lane? By the time I met you, you had this whole gardening scene, and I ain't seen no green thumb on you. But I'm not sneak dissing.
Okay.
But you ended up being in a community that is very supportive. Not only supportive, but it also opened up another couple of branches from gardening to books, self-help books, to that's the part I want to know.
Okay. So like I said, I've been on this platform. I started off on YouTube. So that's my favorite platform out of all of them because I have a strong family on YouTube. But like I said, I've been doing this for 5 years. I started off couponing. Then I was doing mukbangs. Then I was doing clothing and lingerie.
You're doing lingerie?
Yeah. And
you were showing the lingerie?
So can I finish the sentence? So then a couple of gardeners found me and they was like, we want to see you grow something. Because I was all like anti-growing anything. Mm-hmm. And they started like, well, let me send you some seeds. Let me send you a grow light. What zone are you in? I was like, I don't know. And yeah, out of all the, people in the content world community, whatever, the gardeners hang with me like real tough. They are determined to get me to grow something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what's the one thing that you grew that you're like, I did that?
Cucumbers.
You grew cucumbers for real?
I did. Lemon cucumbers. They were shaped like lemons, but they were cucumbers on the inside.
How they taste?
Like a cucumber. It just looked like a lemon.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't tart or nothing. It was. Hey, that was the first, and that was like a specific thing. There is a such thing as a lemon cucumber.
Yeah, it's so many things that the gardening community like taught me. I'm like, A, that I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, me neither.
And then B, all this like behind the scenes stuff, like cow manure. And did you know that worms could poop?
I found that out just a couple of 2 months ago, and I'm still trying to grasp. We're gonna get to that in a minute because that's a whole conversation by itself. We might have to bring him in. But okay, so the gardening thing started going on, and it started happening, and like I said, you're not like married to it per se, like that. You're not not open to other avenues and stuff, but it piqued a bigger interest to you as far as learning how. So, and for those that don't know, she is from Indiana and Indianapolis, to be exact.
Just go ahead and give them the address.
We're the Pace. Shout outs to Halliburton, from the Paces. He's nice.
Shout out to Mike Epps.
Mike Epps. You got the Colts. No, that nobody. I mean, they were dope back when Manning played, but shout outs to everybody in the Midwest. I'm learning a lot about the Midwest through Miss T, and it's actually really been dope because I'm like, I never thought of that as a destination to go anywhere besides Chicago, right? But Indiana, I'm like, oh, there's all that. And my best friend Mark X he's from Chicago, East Chicago, and his cousin's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I'm like, oh, what's going on over here? So she doesn't act like Mike Epps, like she has common sense, because he really doesn't. So I don't want to blame the whole city on him, but
I'm snitching.
I'm saying, so okay. So back, the thing that I'm asking about is this gardening thing because it's crazy to me. Because
you want to know how I got a large following with the gardeners?
No, you know what I want to know really is what foods did you learn through, like when you started? You were like, oh, we can eat this, or this is edible, or even teas that you didn't even know that were drinkable, or didn't even know they were teas until you started fooling with this?
Yeah, like I learned one thing, like they say everything is edible, everything is can be reused. If you don't use it, put it in the compost and spread the love on the future plants and all that stuff. So they don't waste nothing out there in the gardening community. That's what I learned. Everything can be reused.
So, okay, so that's, as you're going through this journey and you're learning about foods and stuff, let's go with the tea. You like tea.
I do.
And you're learning more about tea, not Lipton tea, with actual, for real, gourmet type tea. And as you're learning about that, where does that have you thinking in your mindset on this journey? Because we're going to talk about the entrepreneurial side in a minute, but I'm just trying to set that up to where that possibly can fit in, because you're not Miss T with the tea, like you are gossiping.
That's where the misconception right there, yeah.
So, okay, so the misconception is the tea is, you're more like
informative tea.
Yeah. So explain that to set that logic straight, that it's the tea is misused as far as they think you're gonna come, girl. Let me tell you.
Okay, I've had a lot of people come to my channel and they thought I had the tea, as in the gossip.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm more informative. Like I said, I've been on here for like 5 years on social media. So like I started off with food and couponing and mukbanging and clothing and lingerie, gardening.
What is mukbanging?
Food. Like you just sit there, you eat food, do food reviews.
Oh, really?
Like, restaurants have a new sandwich out. Oh, I'm here to show you this new burger they got at XYZ restaurant and rated and stuff like that. Eat in front of the camera.
That's dope. I didn't even know that was a name. I didn't even know. So now when I start going to ask for money, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm willing to mukbang. And then they're gonna probably put me in the mud and think that I'm mukbang something, huh?
You don't even eat in front of the camera.
Okay. Well, it's because you say mud banging, and they be like, yeah, so you're gonna come out here in the mud.
Wow.
And do your thing after that. And then we're gonna film you, and then you talk about our products, and it's Trojan this week. Next week is bullshit. Right. Yeah, I know. Okay. So, all right. So you're starting to looking at certain things, and you're finding out how different ways to monetize. And you know what? I could do this because as clear as you make it on your lives and stuff is you do not want to work, and not work like you don't want to put work in. You don't want to work a 9 to 5 to make somebody else richer when you can make your own self rich.
Correct.
Okay. So that, again, turns into an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
In 2020, she did not take out a PPP loan. Okay. So she's a for real entrepreneur. This actually is legit what she's doing.
Too legit.
Don't do that.
To quit.
Oh, you even did that. So, before we go to entrepreneur, she's the first person that I've seen. I've been on the radio for 25 years. I've been on the air. I've owned stuff, and when I was on the radio, I had 2 intros throughout my whole career, and it wasn't even for me, it was for a segment of my show.
I already know where this is going. Okay.
Oh, no, this is not a bad thing.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
But she got my intro, I used to play a lot of music, independent music and local artist music, and I got 3 well-known artists to do intros for me throughout the span of my career. I mean, they said my name, like once, and the whole rest of it was about the segment, which was cool. That's what I wanted. That's why I sent it. But however, there's the one sitting beside me right now. She is a full-fledged. I mean, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna play this right now.
Okay.
Who got the tea, Miss T? Ooh, I'm sipping on life, we living the dream. From the heart, we shine so clean. Who got the tea, Miss T? Ooh, yeah.
See how she has, I swear, the name of the person that did the record, his name is Odom Homestead.
Yep.
He's from St. Louis?
Tennessee,
that's right. He said her name 142 times.
Did you actually count?
Kind of. Apparently, you stack by tens, right? So when you count money, you don't have to count every single dollar. You stack one, then you count like that. It's about 142 times. And we got the point. We got the point who she is. I mean, and
142 times.
But
that's what the song's supposed to do. It's supposed to let you.
I know. So this is where Okay, so she's gravitating to her entrepreneur side. She got this intro. She's never blogged really before. You start blogging on YouTube. She starts for real taking TikTok a little bit more serious as before it goes away again or whatever. But she has her home base at YouTube. And so she's walking into the entrepreneurial side, the actual grunt, the bully work of trying to become self-sufficient. Now, Miss T, you had all this popping, you get your videos popping, everything you got is good. And then Miss T with the T .online pops on. Wasn't out of nowhere though. You always had a website, but this time you made it so you can monetize off of it, correct?
Correct.
So explain Miss T with the T .online.
Okay, well, first of all, since we're giving shout outs to Odom's Homestead in Tennessee, we got to give a shout out to Bayou Sugar's Garden because she started that from, well, first of all, I had a website, and this was before I even started selling merchandise. And I learned that, you know, each website is different. Like you can sign up for different packages. Mm-hmm. One is where you can just like have people send you emails and whatever. But she actually set up my website to where people can purchase. I can do percentages off, shipping and all that kind of stuff. And she started from nothing, and we just kind of built it together. So Miss T with the T .online is the website, and it's all about positive, motivational, affirmation type home decor, cups, tumblers, just stuff to put people in a positive mindset. Because I always say life is already so full of drama that, you know, let's bring some positive light into, you know, our world.
What I like about Miss T is that she is, you know, when you deal with a lot of negativities and no's and stuff like that, I've seen her affirmations and I've seen like a lot of her product, and it's like, oh, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel, it's stuff to make you feel good in a dark day, right? So you ended up going that route with products on Miss T. Okay, so she started off with Miss T with the T .online, right? She got products. She started off with tumblers, and then now she's just kind of gonna be going off of control by this summer, right? Not only that, then what else did you start doing?
Let's see. Oh, I started doing well, I do have a morning show Monday through Friday on YouTube. I guess I call it it started off as the morning show, then I don't know what it's called now. It's just the Monday through Friday show. But I also started doing in-person speaking as opposed to like virtual. So yeah, it's totally different. You wouldn't think it would be different, but it is different.
Do you like it?
I do like it. You know, something like riding a bike. Like once you start, you know, your first time kind of wobbly or whatnot, but then the more you do it, you get better at it. So shouts out to another content creator, Stay Hall, who like opened up that world for me. She was like, come on down to Fort Worth, Texas. I'll take care of your food, your everything. Just come. I was like, okay, girl. Okay.
So, and then you do a lot of women empowering as well, correct?
Yeah.
So when you go into this lane of women empowerment, affirmations, you know, positive thinking, public speaking, and then you go into your booth selections of doing booths, which, yeah, and I've always seen it because I used to do a lot of events, and that's part of your sponsorships and stuff like that, but I never saw it from your side or from actual vendor side when I see what you're doing. I only look at it as in a promotion aspect as far as what you have on the table, what's going to draw people to your booth. Tell us about your event or the event that you were part of in Savannah, Georgia.
Okay, so look, I am so tough with these content creators. They always just welcome me in. They're like, come on here, and like, say less. So the Soul Family Meet and Greet is every year in April in Savannah, Georgia. A content creator duo team by the name of Black Tropical Homestead. You know, everybody gets the misconception that it's about, you know, gardening. Well, it is kind of about gardening, but it's more than that. It's just everybody's welcome. But yeah, each day is a different event, and they have vendors on one of those days. And she was like, well, you know, if you have merchandise, come on down. I was like, okay. So that's what I did. I had the opportunity to actually do it with Stay Hall in Fort Worth, Texas. But at that time, I didn't have anything to put on my vendor booth. So, yeah.
So you did that, and would you say it was a success as your first time?
It was. I was amazed. I was like, wow. I sold a lot. I didn't sell everything, but I did sell a lot. So I was happy. I was hook, line, sinker. Like, okay, well, let me sign up for some more in Indiana.
So you got some joints popping off in Indiana,
Needville, Texas.
Yeah, and then I thought you said you had something else.
It's supposed to be another one in August, but no one's really got back to me on that one. But I got a couple here in Indiana.
Okay. So if anybody that listens to or watches or listens on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, whatever you listen to podcasts on, and you're in the Indiana area, I need to check my analytics and see how many people from that part of the world actually listens to me, because I don't have. It's funny because Midwest people have like this country accent, but they're not country. Like, it's crazy. Like,
you think I got an accent?
Yeah.
Right. Do I?
Yeah, you would. Like, the two states Indiana's starting to be one, because I'm starting to learn, and I'm talking to people from Indiana. I'm like, oh, y'all sound country. And then Tennessee. Like, I was like, well, okay, is Tennessee Midwest too, or is it Southern? What is it? I mean, they have great barbecue. They nice out there, but when you hear them talk, it's like living in DC and Baltimore. Baltimore people talk like they're from England. To me,
Baltimore, I can't even do it.
I know. Like, DC people look at Baltimore people like, where that? Like, it's right down the street. It's 30 minutes away, but it's like, yeah, we're gonna leave them alone because they might have came from a different universe. But anyway, you got these vendor booths. So what's your next move? Okay, let's recap. So you started off by muck banging. Oh, muck.
M-U-K.
Okay, you started off from reviews, or no, you started off with coupons, muck banging,
clothing, lingerie. Now motivation and the informative tea.
Okay, and then you're doing events, speaking events. You're doing vendor booths. And then you got your online store, which what do you predict by the end of the year, the traction that will bring? Like how much product would you think you have by December of this year?
I think the plan is to actually, I go to the vendor booths to try to promote. Actually, I do the social media. I'm always trying to promote when I can I'll do a skit or something with the products, or I talk about Miss T with the T online, all that. The vendor booths is another way to promote social media and my products, because I'm always handing out my cards there. And then when I go to the speaking events, I always have my business cards and QR codes. And everywhere I go, I'm always trying to promote something, because I need to get out there.
You got shirts and everything too, huh?
I know, I should have wore one.
I know I was gonna say I'm surprised you got the Miss T with the T sweatshirt on. I asked for one too.
You want Miss T with the t-shirt?
No, I want a sweater. I want a hoodie. But
Yeah,
it don't be cold down here.
Well, every day it's 85 degrees. What do you want with a hoodie?
Well, I have my air conditioner set at 62, so I'm wearing a hoodie right now.
Really?
It's kind of cold right now.
Wow.
All
What
right.
is that viewer looking like?
So that's a lot of stuff going on. And okay, so all of this is going on. Now let's talk about the downside of all this shit that you're doing. Like, everything sounds great. Don't get me wrong, and I don't think what you're doing is for everybody.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, sometimes you hear a lot of no's, you hear a lot of this, you hear a lot of that. So I understand all that part. But what's the woes of doing this?
Oh, doing everything by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So when people offer to help, like genuinely like help, oh, Miss T, I know something about this because, I struggle with technology. I'm like, oh, okay, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Wherever I can get some help, it's always grateful. So
you're doing the trades. Let's do a trade. I got you.
But yeah, doing it all myself is like the struggle.
Like you're shipping everything off by yourself. You're doing like, what's the actual struggle that you're doing besides the tech part? Like, you have to get up and go to the post office every day on orders. Like,
well, everybody like this. Okay, so first, like, I'm not no shade or anything, but everybody like, oh, well, you just do social media, so you just put up a video and it's over.
right.
But I have a Monday through Friday morning show. I have to come up with, titles and what we're going to talk about. I need to post skits on a regular, like on TikTok and Instagram to stay in the algorithm. Returning emails. When people place orders, I don't have the printer or anything just yet, so I have to like handwrite everything and do everything by hand because I don't have all that equipment at the moment. And then like my everyday life, and I'm a mom and my kid, I gotta eat. So
I mean, it is. It seems like a handful when you try to look at if you want to really go into that lane because of the fact that, of course, it's super easy when it's done.
right.
When it's so like you have a pretty good subscriber base. But you worked on this for years. It wasn't like you just woke up and said, hey, I'm going to be a content creator and I'm going to pop up with 1,000 subscribers on YouTube overnight. And like it was.
So many people think that like, oh, I'm just going to put out some videos and it's going to go viral because I love it. So everybody else is going to love it. But you got to get yourself in the algorithm. Like when you first come out, you only have 7 subscribers, nobody really knows about you. The algorithm, you're not in the algorithm, so it doesn't really push you out. So you got to stay consistent.
So you learned that part of the game as far as algorithm and how statistics work and stuff. But then, of course, the content, when to post the content, what time to post the content, then that's just the content part. But you're taking it to another level of being more out there. Like, you got the website and then you got your social media, but it's more than that at this point, where you're like public speaking. Would you hope to like do that for real, right? Like
For real.
Like, like, hey, we can give you 20 grand to go speak at Duke University or something. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, my hands are full.
Is it a good problem to have?
It's definitely a good problem to have. Like you said, towards the beginning, like I am so determined to try to, I'm tired of working for somebody else and putting money in their pocket. Somebody telling me when to go on lunch and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this by my own rules and I'm going to make it. So
Did you think that it was gonna be hard when you said that right there? When you said, I'm gonna do this by myself, did you expect all the trials that you were gonna come across, or are you just taking it as it comes?
Well, I knew there was I had a 9 to 5, or I had a 10-hour, 12-hour, warehouse job and all that stuff, and I was just like, because they was like, we got to make this. You got to package this many products so we can get rate and we can get our bonus. And I was like, hold on, so like it's about 50 of us in this warehouse, so we have to split this bonus between. I can just go out here and hustle by myself and receive the profit, okay, without breaking my back to work for y'all. So yeah, but okay, so I had a 9 to 5 or whatnot, and then I was doing social media as well. I started off on YouTube, so I was doing YouTube real heavy, and I was finally at a point where I was like, okay, can I like downsize and just go down to part-time and still live and take care of bills and stuff like that? And I had to weigh out the pros and the cons and the struggle, because like doing social media, if you don't stay consistent and people don't watch and stuff, your monetization, your check can go down. So you like, I'd be out there like, okay, what do people want to see about me? And I've been doing the vendor boost videos and stuff, and they really like that. So
yeah, I've noticed that. Like you have your affirmation videos that are like positive and stuff, right? But yeah, it's that vendor booth thing. I was like, but you know why I think it's interesting? Because nobody does it. Like
vendor booth?
Like no, like they don't show the backside of it. Like they just come out, and do the vendor booth.
Like here's me at the vendor booth.
Yeah, and you're like, no, let me show you how. Like, you're not keeping nothing a secret.
Okay.
You're not keeping nothing a secret. Like you're like, well, let me show you how to do it. And so people are like, oh, so maybe by the way you're doing it, would have other people say, I can make this. But like, it's always like, to me, it's always like a step to the next thing. Like, oh, okay. Like, what's your end game? You always gotta have an end game. What's your end game? By the time you turn 50, which is in like 1 year, what is it?
Not 1 year. But by the time I'm 50, I would like to be 100% sufficient. I want to move out of Indiana. No problems with Indiana. I just lived here all my life. Yeah, I just want something different. My dream is to live somewhere near some water. That's why I love Savannah, Georgia so much. Make sure I'm taken care of. My daughter, she's in college. Make sure she don't have to struggle. And that's the ultimate goal. Make sure me and my daughter's like well taken care of.
You'll get there. Considering, okay, so you started doing the vendor booth and the website, or monetizing off a website for how long? A month, 2 months?
34 days now.
Damn, you count the days. That's wild. So, all right, you got that. You got the speaking. So are you going to like do like what I did? Like I wrote a book for the first time in my life, and are you going to be ready for that challenge? Because if you can't serve all these positive thoughts and thinking totally online without reaching out to the people that actually read.
Right. I was supposed to, when I was in Fort Worth, Texas, hang out with Stay Hall, because she's wrote 4 books, and she was going to like get me in on what the do's and don'ts and pros and all that stuff. But every day, like when I go places, I do a lot of traveling and meeting other content creators, because they open up so many doors for me. So like each day we go, it's like a different adventure. So there's never really a sit down moment. So I told her, like, I'm determined to get back to Fort Worth and like really sit down and brainstorm on this book.
So what's the book going to be about? Is it going to be a romance novel? Is it going to be like a book about...
Why you get your voice changed? Is it going to be a romance novel?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, is it going to be... I mean, what kind of book do you want to write?
I want to write, I like a lot of people go through the struggle. Like I'm all about positivity. Stay on the positive side. Don't go into that dark circle of, oh, nobody's watching my videos. Nobody's buying my products. Try a different route. If it's not working for you one way, do this way. So I started from the bottom. Started from the bottom of being a content creator with 5 subscribers, and now we got like almost 6,000. Yeah, like just gonna be like my story. I'm always trying to motivate other people. So let me tell you, Miss T with the T also been there. Don't just think I just woke up with 5,000 something subscribers and it just ta-da. Because a lot of people do that. They be like, how do you get so many subscribers? I work my ass off. That's what I do.
Well, I mean, that is true. Everybody, you gotta deal with handouts and all this other stuff from other people that don't want to work for stuff, and it is a grind for the most part. And with you grinding the way that you are, I feel like you're on the right path, but like I think what will put you on the top is you making a Miss T with the T rap video.
Where did that even come from?
I don't know, because I think when you make a video, like a real video, like a $20,000 budget at least, and then you be like,
why does it have to be rap?
what else?
I have an R&B song out now. I got.
What do you got an R&B song out now?
Odo.
He made an R&B song?
Well, hip hop. It's more hip hop. My bad.
It's a rap song. But
Yes,
he sings on the hook. Ooh, got that T.
Miss T.
I mean, look, the originality of that, I don't see content creators with anything. Like, they always have to use something or borrow from something to make intros and stuff like that. And then you got your own little thing on your blogs where you're explaining what you're about to do, and you're like, just there to watch this video.
Wow.
That's how.
Oh Lord. You got it down pat.
Yo, I'm sitting here trying to figure it out. Like, I'm like, okay. I come from an era of radio, so it's different because people don't have to see me. You know what I mean? So doing this YouTube stuff is new. Well, it's not new. I've always had a YouTube, but I never took it serious because I was more concentrated on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Because people still listen. They be in their cars. A lot of people be in their cars. That's what I try to go after. And the reason why I was like, oh, let me interview Miss T, because I'm trying to create a new avenue to where it's more. I hate podcasts. I truly do. Like, it's not just a saying and a play on words. This is that I really like, because most of them are like either really, really, really negative. They're really either race baiting, or they're, you already know. It's like stuff that you're just so like I was so proud to be on the black side of TikTok. So all my FYP is like dope shit. Like, I'm like, and it'd be funny. And I have first of all, Miss T and I are Virgos, so our sense of humor is very warped. It's not like, if somebody fell, I'd probably laugh and then be like, "Are you okay?" And she would do just that right there. And then we'd probably turn around and bust her ass too. It's because it's just a messed up sense of humor. So it's easier to do stuff not and drop my mic and shit. it's easier to do stuff without being in the front. Like, and for you, it's like natural. How was it natural for you? Like,
well, like I said, I've been doing this for like 5 years. At first, when I started doing my live streams and stuff in my very, very first videos, I had my daughter with me because I was scared. You know, I was like, so it was easier to talk to my daughter because she was like right here, and then, you know, I would interact with people in my live. And because like when you first start going live, nobody knows who you are. So, you know, it's probably like 3 people in the live stream. And I'm like, okay, let me bring my daughter on so she can talk. But then my daughter got older and she was like, I don't want to do this. This ain't my dream. Okay. So I had to learn how to like let people know. I was like, hey, I'm going live. Come to the live. Come to the live. We're going to be doing this. It's going to be fun. You know, talk to me. Yeah, I really
but that's crazy that you're going from live to then doing controlled content, which is crazy to me because most people do it backwards. Like they start off with content and controlled content, which what I mean is edited content, like technically from what I do. Then doing the live. You just jumped off the porch.
I had to clock. I wanted to get it. Like before I got monetized, which people don't know, monetized means you get paid off of social media. So before I got monetized, and I was trying to get to the monetization, you have to have a certain amount of watch time hours on YouTube in order to get monetized, which is 4,000 hours. 4,000 hours. So if somebody would like go live and you can have people come to your live, and if they sit there, you know, it accumulates the time faster because it ain't 4,000 minutes, it's 4,000 hours.
I was just doing the math in my head right now. I was like,
that's a lot of hours.
I swore when I talked to you in the beginning, you said 4,000 minutes. 4,000 hours is real.
That's real. So I was like, okay, come to my live. I'm going live.
And then for the most part, and I've sat in your live, and for those that don't know, I do, I collab with her on Wednesdays for Name That Tune. And what I found amazing about her live is she has like it's a community, right? So I think she took it a different route than, because you can go on a live and it could be 20,000 people on a live. That person that's talking isn't talking to you. They're just talking.
Right.
And there's nothing personable about that live when they're just talking at you. There's no conversation. And then you go on her live, everybody be saying good morning. Like that's just wild to me though. Like it's like, hey, and she'll sit there and be like, oh, everybody's saying hello. And then like she'll wait.
It's like an episode of Cheers or something.
Yeah, like
everybody know everybody.
Yeah, and then she's like, oh, everybody's saying hi. And then she'll just let everybody say hi. And she'll go on with her topic or whatever she wants to talk about. And so, and in turn, she co-hosts with me on TikTok for my, I don't call it no damn jam session. I don't know where she got that from. I guess that's like a Midwest thing. But so lunchtime mix during the lunch when I go on lunch, and I started noticing that like when I look at my statistics at the end, I have a long watch time with certain people, right? Even though I'll have like today was like 600 people that came in throughout the hour, but there was just that core that's always there for the most part that makes me jump in ranking on TikTok. So I'm like, oh. So now because of you, I started paying attention to that versus how many people. And then I learned about the like system on TikTok, where that's what pushes you to the FYP. We both found out that, what was it? The first 10 minutes or something? If we can get 1,000 likes Remember? And they were like, the first thousand it pushes you into the FYP type thing.
Yeah, I'm still trying to learn TikTok too, so I'm just like.
Yeah, so we're just finding out stuff, but she has YouTube down pat. So if you should go on to her live, introduce yourself. And then here's another thing that I thought was interesting about you. Because of the fact that you have your own thing going on, you also offer your platform for everybody else to promote their stuff. Now, why? And I'm not saying it in a negative sense. I'm like, why do you do that?
Well, once upon a time when I first started doing the lives, I would help people grow their channels as well. So like I'll be like, oh, this person needs, cause like it's so hard to, not hard, but you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours. So I'll be like, okay, this person needs about 20 more subscribers, and then they will have, because like I was already there, so I know a lot of people in the YouTube streets, so I was like, come on over, come to my live, so you can A, it would help them out, and then B, it would help me out because I would get watch time hours because people will come in and they want me to, broadcast them like, hey, I need help too. So,
See, look at you.
Yeah, it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, no, that's dope. Because a lot of people, again, we live in an individual society where it's a me. You took the me aspect and then you flipped it to where you are like, hey, well, it's just not me, it's us, but here, you do this and I'll do this. And, we could all eat.
Right. Like I said, it is just a me world out here, society or whatnot. Everybody's looking out for themselves. So when I come across people are like, this is different.
Yeah. And then they be like, damn, she got an intro. And
you say this intro one more time.
I can't, I'm not a hater, but I just can't get over that. Like, I'm just like, damn, you gotta get, like.
You made the video for the intro.
I did, but it's not about me. It's about, I wouldn't have been able to do the video without the music, and the music was like the beginning of it, when I first heard it, I was like, oh my God. Then I heard it again, I was like, huh. Then I heard it again, then the images started coming. I was like, oh, I got what he did. He branded, which that's another thing about our society we live in, we brand. And I was like, he's branding it. Oh shit, okay. Now everybody knows your name. And then it's like, how many times can we hear this song and get tired of it and we don't? So that's cool, right? Because he starts singing along. I don't sing along to nothing I don't know. How the hell I'm sitting there? But I'm
everybody love that song.
Yo, that was that. And then if it ends up charting on Billboard, I'm done with you.
Wow.
I'll be like, man, she done crossed over the.
The truth will set you free. Go. What else you gonna? Ready to dip on me like? Look, Mr.
Like, man, she done charted and she killing it right now. But all right, I'm just gonna say this, and then we could be done because I know that you're so important, and the world needs you. And I know not all superheroes wear capes, okay? But they'll wear a little cheerleading outfit every so often, or because she looks so sick. No, I'm just kidding. But is there anything that we're leaving out? Oh, you're gonna try to do so. We're gonna put this out here. So the thing that I would find super interesting is if she does she already talked about it, but I think she should move forward with it before the end of the year. Is her own tea line.
Oh yeah, a lot of people ask me about that. A lot.
I think you really should do it because of the fact I was in El Paso for my daughter's birthday, and we went to the mall because we were looking for a cover for my grandson, and you know those kiosks in the mall, like there'll be all these kiosks. But do you know there was a kiosk that sold nothing but teapots?
I can believe.
Yeah, because until I met you, I ain't never care about none of that stuff. So I wondered to myself, has this stuff always been around and I just didn't care? Like, people really go and buy a teapot? Like, that's wild to me, right? And then there's these tea balls, and there's tea this and tea that, and then there's tea that look like grass, and tea look like straight dirt. And it's supposed to be an antioxidant. Like, I'm learning. That's all I'm saying. Oh, before we get out of here. And then you tried doing hydroponics. See, my audience might think differently of hydroponics than what you. Can you explain the hydroponic system that you're supposed to be doing?
Hydroponics is not just growing marijuana. You can grow anything almost in some water. So like the gardening community has, we got some tomatoes and lettuce and all kind of stuff. Because like in the wintertime, all these hardcore gardeners are like, I still want to garden, but it's snowing outside. It's too cold outside. So they do a lot of hydroponics and indoor gardening.
So it's not just for the greenery of medicinal use. I've seen the system before, but it was like rigged in a closet in the dormitory, and it was in a fish tank.
Yeah, you can make them yourself.
Huh?
You can make them yourself. I'm not going to do it, but you can make it yourself.
Oh, I know, but I'm not going to grow like tomatoes. But listen, I don't promote
grow some medicine.
Huh? I would make medicine. I'll make penicillin.
Okay.
I mean, it's dope, for real. It's dope. But you're on a trial and error period right now, right? I'm not trying to put your business out there, but
oh, that's okay. I don't have a green thumb. God bless me with speaking.
You don't know that though.
I do that. They've been trying to get me to garden and grow stuff for years.
You grew cucumbers.
Man, I have so many seeds, but I travel so much. I just be like, la la la, goodbye, and I come back and they R.I.P.
What do you think the problem is?
I don't give them that TLC. I'm more interested in traveling and doing other things. Like, I love the gardening community, but I don't think it's for me because I don't sit there and nurture it and all that kind of stuff. All the stuff they say I need to do.
I'm gonna try it.
Did you ever get those seeds I sent you? No.
Oh, let me go check them out.
Please stand by while Pooh Heff goes checks his mail.
No, I mean, I'm not live like you. She be live and she'll just get up and go check the door and check the mail. Like, I'm like, yo, who does that?
We're gonna find out where this package is because it said delivered.
No, I gotta go find it, but I'm gonna learn. I did. There's a young lady in Houston that's her friend. Her name is CC. She showed me how to grow an onion with the long onion thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I have it. I'm not gonna show you all it right now because it's in the beginning stages of growing. Wait, you're gonna see this grown 6'4" man try to grow something, and it's gonna be legal. And another thing, because I told her, I said, what if there's a zombie apocalypse, right? She says she's not worried because all her community will grow their food. So I was like, damn, I gotta find a car that has enough gas or an electric vehicle that I can find so I can get there, because these people be on their thing, be talking about like growing to a level that I can't even comprehend, like it's a different language.
It is.
look at you just be sitting there like, I'm gonna learn how to grow stuff underwater. Call it underwater hustling. I'm gonna sell it because we got food. What is it right down the street? And then I'm gonna go set up my little booth. I'm gonna be selling my
Little farmers market.
Yeah, I'm gonna be selling my underwater potatoes, and I'm gonna grow stuff that they can't grow conventionally. So I'm gonna grow some potatoes. I'm gonna grow some vegan steaks. That's beans.
Yeah.
Underwater.
No problem.
You can't stand me. I'm just.
I'm gonna be there. If you can grow up some beans and water, I'm there for it.
Well, no, because then it turns into chili. I'm gonna put some. Oh, and thank you again for the hot sauce. I had it here and then I took it to the kitchen, but she's been sending me hot sauces that help my blood flow. And
This one from Pepperbrook in Florida, Savannah,
that's the
Georgia.
bomb one. I need more of that one.
He's still down and out.
I know. I'm waiting. I'm gonna send positive vibes to Florida.
Yeah.
I gave him like 30 shout outs on my TikTok videos.
Oh well.
She sent me a hot sauce from Savannah that had a scale on it. It had a pepper scale. And the pepper scale was at the top. I put it on a chip and I almost died. I think she thought I put her on my life insurance. So she was like, man, I want to see how I kill this boo.
Wow. I just sent Pepper a message. Like, who wants some of that? Some more of that.
Give me some of that. Yum, yum. It's hot sauce, girl. Okay. Okay, so we're about to wrap up here. It's the I Hate podcast show with Miss T with the T. You can catch her 9:15 every month. And then that's another thing. Since I have you right here, right now, why can't you just go on like at 9 o'clock with everybody else?
I knew that was coming too. Because I'm always late, so I was like, okay, let's do 9:15-ish. So.
And then you still don't hit it at 9:15.
The bed be feeling so good. Because at first it was 8 o'clock, and I was like, this is a bit early.
Well, why morning? Was it because when you started, it was the most logical time?
Well, yeah, like once I'm woke and I drink my coffee, I'm lit.
Oh.
So I'm like, yeah, let's go now. Let's go.
Right.
That coffee wears off. I'm ready to go take a nap.
Right. Okay. So you can catch your 9:15-ish Monday through Friday on YouTube. It's 9:15 Eastern Standard Time for those on the East Coast. 8:15 over here in my Central Standard Time. Mountain is 7:15 if you're on the West Coast. It's early, like 6 o'clock in the morning. So you can catch her every day. You can also catch her if you're a gardener and you want to see how she tries to grow stuff. Or she doesn't. She just sits there and cheerleads everybody else. That's Sundays, right? Or
every other Sunday we do the gardening talk, and everybody comes up and shares. There's so many different methods of growing stuff. I'm like, okay. So I'm just there to listen.
Not judge. So you could just subscribe to her so you can find out all that stuff, because like she'll pop up.
Yeah, Miss T with the T anywhere.
Yeah, and it's all over. It's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook,
LinkedIn.
Okay, and then Facebook she need help with, because I can't help her with it. But she needs some help on, if you're a person that still uses Facebook, she's trying to keep it alive, like people tried to keep MySpace alive. Remember that?
I remember that.
So, again, thank you for little old me. That, you know,
6'4" ain't nothing little.
I'm trying again. I'm trying to get back into it. But I wanted to do it with people that actually are doing something that is positive in the community and try to make a little bit of bread. She's gonna teach me how to grow some food. Or she's not gonna teach me. She's gonna introduce me to somebody that knows how to grow some food, and then I'll give her some credit, and then we keep it pushing.
Get the onions going, and then whenever you get my seeds, the peppers,
Oh, I'm gonna do the
slap
peppers.
some hot sauce on it, and there you go.
I'm gonna be waiting hard, man. So again, Miss T with the T, all social media platforms, and I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can get her to do a podcast, like a legit one, not a goofy one, but if you could do a podcast, what would you talk about?
Okay, so my morning show lately has been about like entertainment. So I guess it would be more in depth. Like a lot of people are like, why are you single? Why you have such an outgoing personality? Why are you single? Because I'm on my grind. A lot of people ask me about my dating world and why I ain't married. So it'll probably be like something like that.
Okay. So you just want the thirsty niggas to come everywhere. They be like, let me give you random flowers. Okay. So we'll see y'all the next time, the next go around. This is the Pooh Heff I Hate podcast series, limited series going down. I don't know how many episodes I'm gonna have, but I will make sure that I reach out to every single person that I want to do this show with. And on the next show, I don't know, I might have my childhood friends on to talk about the NBA playoffs. And if you know my childhood friends, we don't like each other. So it's gonna be dope. So we don't. I mean, we do, but we don't. Like,
Okay.
if you want to see the most negative podcast ever, that's going to be the one to tune into. But until then, thank you all for tuning in. Miss T with the T. And it's Heff, baby. I don't have no closeout song, so. Ooh, Pooh Heff. Pooh Heff. He's eating some chips, cussing out the refs. Ooh.
Okay.
1991, see yeah, hangs high. What the dudes were dumb, corny, but the ladies were fly. Hanging with the day, career that master getting black pussy. Yeah, and he lived around the way. Knew this girl named Shay. She was mixed, but always willing to play. So I let her. Claudia was a chick that drove like Jetta. Mexican broad, and she believed she was go get her.